So a lot of you have left comments on my videos saying I should do a track from scratch on video, see my process of how I go about making a track. So I thought today it'd be a good time to do it. So it's now 9:19 in the morning, but we're gonna just go ahead and make a track from scratch. The most important thing to do to start your track is to pour yourself some coffee. Burnt my mouth again. We're at 174. We're making drum and bass, and I have a simple little bass lead pattern and a bass line that I've put together, just the foundation for the track. So this idea actually came to me in my head. The best thing to do when you've got an idea in your head is to just sing it and record it so you don't forget, which is what I did. Dun 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 dun. So you can see how that idea sort of became this, what we have in the door right now. So this is the idea I have for the drop. When I make a track, I usually have an idea for the drop. It's better to start at the start of the song, create some vibes and some atmosphere, and then work your way to the drop that you already have sort of planned out for yourself. Okay, so I always think a good place to start is to make a little low pass sort of Reese bass sort of thing. So I've just got my bass line that I've made for my drop in here. I want to keep the bass lines consistent. This is sort of setting the character of the track, I guess. Okay, so I've just got a acapella from Splice here. This is in 122 BPM. I'm going to try and fit that into 174.
Oh, if I fall with you tonight, swear that you won't take my line. Oh, something haunted in your eyes, swear that you won't take my line.
Good, sounds alright. So now we need to fit the key of our track, so
oh, if I fall with you tonight, swear that you won't take my line.
Well, don't need to try very hard with that, boys. It is already in key. Now what I'm going to do to this vocal is I'm going to chuck a Pluto on from Cymatics. This is an awesome plugin. It's got effects, delay, effects, lo-fi, reverb. This is just going to be real useful for getting my vocals to sound nice and big, and I'm going to use the vocals as sort of like ambience, but I just want them to create this big, huge soundscape sort of thing, and Pluto is going to help me do that. So I'm just going to flick, I'm just going to start on the delay presets, and I'm just going to flick through here and try and find something cool.
If I fall with you tonight, swear that you won't take my line. Oh, if I fall with you tonight, swear something haunted in your eyes, swear that you won't take my line. Swear that you won't take my line. Swear that you won't. Oh, if I fall with you tonight.
Okay, cool. So I've gone with the granular reverse preset and the delay section of Pluto. What this is doing is just adding some sort of like granular delays. It's just putting them out there in the air, you know, it just feels like it's floating around in the air, and it's just making the vocal sound much bigger and much more impactful.
Oh, if I fall with you tonight, swear that you won't take my line. Oh, if I fall with you tonight, swear that you won't take my line. Oh.
So I'm going to continue on the ambience atmospheric train, and I'm going to try and add a big fat pad in here. I thought I want to tease the drop. I put some plucks in there. Plucks in there that tease the drop, you know. Now I'm going to go in here to my drop melody that I already have. No, I should probably change that into a different sound. I've got an idea. This is going to be out for realsies drop melody, and I'm going to filter this bad boy in. While we're on this, may as well show you what I've done to start my drop melody. So obviously it's a sound. How I like to make my drum and bass leads is I start with this nice little brass stab preset that I've got saved in my presets. A nice organic sounding brass. So I pull the attack down so it's quick, and then I go into the filter. So obviously you can see what's going on here. Pretty simple. Filter, FM, distortions. I like to play with this filter. I like to pull the mix right up, and combs is fun. All passes is fun. Reverb, of course, that's fun. And so now let's go back and look at my preset that I made. I've got the combs filter on. Got some compression going, some delay, and some reverb to make it nice and big. And also what I've done is I've made this macro. This is moving the combs, the cutoff for the combs. So if I pull this up, it pulls the cutoff down, and that makes it just dirty, just a lot dirtier. Put an EQ on, and I'm just going to start off by low pass filtering it. Chorus. Ooh.
To hold you, waiting for you to save me, and I'm breathless, waiting for you to save me. I swear that you won't take my life, and I'm breathless, waiting for you to save me. I don't have enough time, it's true.
Oh boy, we just throwing down ideas. I'm imagining where we're going, you know. I'm imagining us reaching the end of the tunnel. The tunnel is the drop. No. The tunnel is the build up. The end of the tunnel is the drop. Shit, I need some more coffee, man.
And I'm breathless, waiting for you. And I'm breathless, waiting for you to save me. And I'm breathless, waiting for. And I've been out in my mind for you.
Alright, so we're sort of leading into a bit of a build up here.
You want me to, me too.
And we'll just gradually open these snares up. Okay, we have some sort of verse. Some sort of verse, and then some sort of break, and then we have a build up. Now we've got direction, we've got atmosphere, we've got sort of a foundation. We can actually move into making a decent drop. So I'm going to start off with getting some fat drum and bass drums. I'm going to to make this top loop stereo so it's out the side. So I found a little slice of the vocal that I'm going to use for a bit of ambience in the background. And I add some sidechain. Super easy way to sidechain. I just route everything, my drop, melody bus, my vocal bed, eventually get some bass in here, just route it all to a sidechain bus, create automation clip on the volume, and I'm just going to draw in a simple little automation clip, and I'm going to put the same sidechain on everything, on the kick and the snare. Now we need a fat bass line. I was originally planning on having a plucking bass, blum 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 blum, and I first off try and just get some dirty gritty basses and maybe do a bit of filter automations or something. Alright, so I am deciding now that I am going back to the pluck bass. Better, I must say. Since it's quite open and atmospheric in this first part of this drop, like, it does sound very full. As we get to the end of this loop, we're going to sort of make so I'm going to put in some build-up snares. And I might even bring back my endless smile, and we're sort of going to have a mid-drop sort of build. I want to make a dry section of this second drop. So I've got my elements in there, minus the vocal bed. I want to play with this macro that makes it dirty. So we're going dry and then dirty. And I think a good thing to do would just be to bring in a bit of vocal. So the vocal should stay full and the bass and the melody should get sucked out. Oh my god, I've got coffee still. Now I've got iced coffee. What we have here is a good start, just needs a lot of touching up. So I'm going to go away and do that. First off, I made a little intro by low and high pass filtering in the instruments. Then I took a part of the chorus to use as teaser vocals and put a wet only reverb on them. Made a little vocal tail. Those plucks that tease the drop, well, I changed them into an ARP. I made this little drum fill for the build-up sections. Then finally, I put in this re-space growl in the second half of the drop with a bit of pitch bend on it. Great success. Thanks to the coffee.
But it's hopeless, hoping for you to notice me.